Hey everyone, this is Heart Capricorn. Today I want to discuss things that Capricorns tend to struggle with. The first thing that a Capricorn struggles with is change. Now I know that this is a normal human emotion and it's not only specific to Capricorns, but I think that sometimes Capricorns can take this overboard. Capricorns can be extremely reluctant to change, but also we understand that you need change in order to thrive and progress in life. And the one thing that a Capricorn always wants to do is progress and thrive. And so in order to do that, we do have the maturity to understand that change will have to happen. Something will have to constantly change in order to make the things that you want to happen in your life. And so Capricorns are definitely ready to move forward and accomplish our goals and go after our ambitions. This is what a Capricorn is built to do. But I will be honest, we can let the fear of change slow us down. I'm not saying that Capricorns will stay stagnant because we are afraid of change, but it's something that we have to intentionally work at in order to be who we really want to be in life and to accomplish our goals. And so it's necessary. It's absolutely necessary to put any fear of change to the side because change can be the best thing that ever happens to you. I feel like Capricorns are reluctant to change because we genuinely crave stability. Capricorns don't like being put into uncomfortable situations, and we don't like feeling out of control. And when change happens, it can make you feel all of those emotions. It can make you feel unsettled, and those are emotions that Capricorn tend to dwell on before we're able to make the changes and do what we really want to do. So Capricorns, I know change is a struggle for you, but you actively have to work at getting better every single day. And that means that things are sometimes going to change for the better. And the next thing that a Capricorn tends to struggle with is overthinking. Capricorns are going to overthink almost every situation that we encounter. We are going to overanalyze things. We're going to nitpick at things. And honestly, stress ourselves out sometimes because we cannot stop overthinking and just digging ourselves into a mental hole when it comes to just the thoughts that we have in our head. Now, when it comes to overthinking, it could be looked at as a bad thing when it comes to a Capricorn and also a good thing. On the brighter side, Capricorns are always several steps ahead because we are always thinking about our next move and just thinking about the best outcomes if we take certain steps. And so this is the good side of a Capricorn's overthinking, but the bad side of a Capricorn's overthinking is the things that I mentioned earlier, which is unnecessary stress, just overanalyzing everything at some point, and missed opportunities because you can't stop overthinking. Now, we are a very cautious sign, and I take that as one of the good sides of us. But at the same time, everything does not have to be a red flag. Everything is not a danger zone. And that is where the lines can be blurred with a Capricorn. Now, I will say my cautious nature has kept me out of a lot of trouble, and it has kept some of the people around me out of a lot of trouble. And so I'm not saying that it's always a bad thing to overthink or just be cautious, because it's not. But every situation does not call for it. And this one ties into Capricorns being reluctant to change because you are second guessing the decisions that you may make when it's time for you to make changes. And you never really truly know the outcomes unless you go through it, unless you have that change. And so it's all connected with each other. Really, everything I'm going to talk about in this video is interconnected with each other. So it's okay to not overthink every situation that you come across, Capricorn. Everybody is not out to get you. Everything is not going to turn out bad. And just because you overthink it and overanalyze it and plan ahead doesn't mean that things can't go wrong anyway. So why stress yourself out in the first place? There's no need for it. And the next thing that Capricorns tend to struggle with is asking for help. Capricorns have a difficulty asking for help because at the end of the day, we don't like others to look at us as helpless. And honestly, most of the people that you ask for help are not even looking at you like you're helpless. They're looking at you like you're human. And this is what Capricorns have to understand. Capricorns don't want to be perceived as the weakest link. And I don't really want to call it weakness because it's definitely not weak to ask for help. But Capricorns just feel some sort of pride and self-sufficiency when it comes to ourselves. And we just don't want to look like we are incapable of doing things. And it just really makes us uncomfortable to even ask for help. And this is kind of crazy because Capricorns like to help other people. Capricorns like when other people can come to us and tell us their woes or just ask us for any general help. But when it comes to us asking others for help, we have a difficult time doing so. And I feel like Capricorns need to learn that you don't have to handle every situation on your own. It is okay to ask for help. And it is okay to not burn yourself out constantly because you're trying to take on everything. You're trying to do everything without just asking someone for their assistance. There is absolutely nothing wrong with that. But when it comes to asking for help with personal things, Capricorns don't like doing that because we never want somebody else to be able to throw it in our face that they helped us or to bring up all that time that they helped you. No, Capricorns don't want to hear that. If you're going to help, Capricorns want it to be from your heart. We don't want you to use it against us at a later day or tell us or remind us what you did for us. No, that is going to piss a Capricorn off. And plus, we just don't like to burden other people. But Capricorns, it is okay to ask for help. Most people want to help you. Most people will welcome you with open arms. And the last thing that a Capricorn can tend to struggle with is our expectations. And when I'm talking about our expectations, I'm talking about those relationships or the expectations that we have with other people. Capricorns, first off, have high expectations of ourselves. And so we genuinely expect that from the people around us. And we are so loyal. And when we commit, we commit. And we just have a hard time understanding or processing when somebody doesn't share those same feelings, or that same loyalty, or the same commitment with us. No, Capricorns are never going to understand that aspect. And first off, we are very slow to trust people. Capricorns build up a wall around ourselves and we don't build deep connections easily. And so when we do, that's it for us. Capricorns are going to stick with you like glue. And so we just can't, I don't want to say we can't deal, but it just really hits us hard when we are faced with disappointments by the people that we love. And so just not overly expecting things from others. And this is one thing that I noticed that a lot of people do. They always want to put out a scenario and tell you what you should have done or what you should have said. And no, you cannot dictate how somebody should respond or what they should say or what they should have done in that instance. And that is something that Capricorns have to work on. You cannot always dictate somebody's actions, somebody's words, how people move. Sometimes you just have to accept the people in your life as they are. Either you're going to accept them or you're going to leave them behind. And that is your choice to make. And so as a Capricorn, you really have to manage your expectations of the relationships that you have in your life and know that people are human. People are going to make mistakes. Everybody is not going to be perfect at all times, and it just is what it is. All right, so down below, as Capricorns, what are some things that you feel like you struggle with? Also, any other zodiac sign watching this video, what are some things that you feel like you struggle with? I really want to hear what you guys have to say about this topic down below. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe for more videos, and you'll be sure to hear from me soon. All right, bye-bye.
Make her feel better, and that's where she'll go.